Now let's get started. Number 1, heart and circulatory disease. After 80, nearly half of all deaths are linked to problems of the heart and blood vessels. Heart disease, stroke, and heart failure together form the most powerful force that determines how long we live and how well. The reason is simple. As we age, the arteries that once pulsed with flexibility begin to stiffen. Years of pressure, cholesterol buildup, and inflammation slowly narrow them until the blood must fight its way through. That constant struggle wears down the heart, the one muscle that never rests. But the real danger isn't only physical, it's silent. Many seniors live for years with high blood pressure, minor swelling in the ankles, or shortness of breath, never realizing these are early warnings. At 80 and beyond, the body's pain response dulls, meaning symptoms can sneak by unnoticed until something catastrophic happens. That's why doctors often call cardiovascular issues the quiet thief of old age. I once met a man named Walter who lived to 99. When he was 82, his doctor told him he had borderline hypertension. Instead of relying only on pills, he began walking daily, reducing salt and meditating before bed. His blood pressure dropped, but more importantly, his heart rate slowed and his breathing became calm and steady. He used to say, "Your heart is an instrument. Keep it in tune and it'll keep playing." The body after 80 needs circulation like a fire needs oxygen. Every cell depends on the rhythm of your heart. Keeping that rhythm steady isn't just about diet, it's about emotional peace. Chronic stress, anger, and loneliness can raise blood pressure faster than any meal. A peaceful mind protects the arteries as much as any medicine can. Protecting your heart after 80 means treating each heartbeat as sacred. Eat foods that support blood flow, leafy greens, olive oil, nuts, berries. Move your body gently each day, even if it's just stretching in a chair. And rest well, because sleep is when the heart repairs itself. The absence of heart disease is more than survival. It's a sign that your life force still runs strong, steady, and ready for more years ahead. Number 2, respiratory disease. The second major cause of death after 80 comes from the lungs and respiratory system. Conditions like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, pneumonia, and long-term lung infections quietly account for a large portion of deaths in this age group. The lungs, which once filled effortlessly with air, begin to lose elasticity over time. The tiny sacs that exchange oxygen for carbon dioxide stiffen and weaken, making every breath a little more shallow. This gradual loss doesn't always announce itself loudly. Many seniors think shortness of breath is simply part of aging, but it's often the first sign of deeper lung fatigue. Even mild cases of bronchitis or a simple cold can turn serious quickly when oxygen levels drop. The body's ability to fight infections decreases after 80, which is why something as common as the flu can turn life-threatening in a matter of days. But here's the hopeful part. The lungs remain one of the most responsive organs in the body. Even at an advanced age, they can regain some strength when trained properly. Deep breathing exercises, daily walking, and avoiding polluted environments can all expand lung capacity. Many people underestimate how much fresh air and movement can strengthen respiratory function. I once knew a woman named Margaret who turned 101. Every morning, she opened her window and took 10 slow, deliberate breaths, filling her lungs completely before exhaling. She said it was her way of reminding her body it was alive. Doctors later noted that her oxygen levels were exceptional for her age. The small things she did daily, breathing deeply, sitting in sunlight, and staying active, helped her outlive nearly all her peers. Respiratory disease often develops slowly but can strike suddenly. Cold air, long periods of inactivity, or dehydration can thicken mucus and make it harder to clear the lungs. Seniors should stay warm, drink plenty of fluids, and avoid strong cleaning chemicals or smoke. Keeping the air in your home clean and slightly humid can make breathing easier and prevent infections. The lungs don't just keep you alive, they fuel your energy, clarity, and strength. If your breathing feels heavy, if you wake up coughing or tired, don't ignore it. A doctor's visit or simple breathing test could reveal issues long before they become serious. Your breath is life itself. Each deep, steady inhale strengthens your heart, calms your mind, and adds another quiet day of living well past the years most people expect. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, infections and sepsis. The third leading cause of death after 80 is infection, most often pneumonia, urinary tract infections, or sepsis, a dangerous condition where infection spreads through the bloodstream. What makes infections so deadly in older adults? Isn't that the germs are stronger, it's that the body's defenses are weaker. The immune system, which once fought off colds and cuts effortlessly, begins to slow down, responding more slowly and less effectively. After 80, the signs of infection can be hard to spot. Fever may not appear, pain can feel dull, and confusion or fatigue often show up before anything else. A person might seem a little off, less alert or unusually tired, and within hours the infection can spread. Pneumonia, often called the old man's friend, has claimed countless lives not because it's inevitable, but because it's easily underestimated. One reason infections become deadly is dehydration. As we age, the body loses its ability to regulate fluids, and dehydration thickens. The blood reduces kidney function and slows circulation, all of which make it harder to fight infection. This is why doctors often say that staying hydrated is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to prevent hospitalizations after 80. There's also the issue of hygiene and routine care. Even small wounds, unclean dentures, or poorly managed catheters can become sources of infection. I remember a man named Frank, 88 years old, who was admitted to the hospital for a minor urinary infection that turned into sepsis within 2 days. He survived, but barely. Later, he told me that he had ignored the burning sensation because he thought it was just old age. That small delay nearly cost him his life. Preventing infection at this age is not about living in fear, it's about awareness. Keeping the mouth clean, washing hands regularly, maintaining healthy skin, and staying up to date with vaccinations like flu, pneumonia, and shingles shots can dramatically reduce risk. Equally important is movement. Lying still for long periods weakens the lungs, traps bacteria, and increases the risk of pneumonia. Even small daily movements, standing, stretching, sitting by the window, help keep the immune system active. Finally, social connection plays a subtle but powerful role. Isolation and depression weaken immunity, while companionship boosts it. The mind and body remain partners to the end. Caring for one strengthens the other. When infection strikes after 80, it tests not just the body, but the spirit. Yet with vigilance, hydration, and early care, most infections can be defeated. Every healthy recovery is a quiet victory, a reminder that even in the final decades, the body still knows how to fight for life. Number 4, cancer. Cancer remains one of the most persistent and devastating causes of death after 80, responsible for nearly a quarter of all cases. What makes it especially dangerous in old age isn't just its presence, but how quietly it develops. In younger years, the body's immune system can often identify and destroy abnormal cells before they spread. But as we grow older, that defense weakens. The same cellular repair mechanisms that once fixed damage now slow down, allowing rogue cells to multiply unnoticed. After 80, the most common forms are lung, colon, prostate, breast, and pancreatic cancers. Each grows differently, but they share one cruel trait: silence. They advance quietly, often without pain, until symptoms appear too late. Many older adults mistake early signs, fatigue, unexplained weight loss, or subtle digestive issues as just getting old. By the time tests are done, the disease has already taken hold. But there's another truth few talk about: not all cancers are aggressive. Some grow slowly, so slowly that they never threaten life. The key is knowing which ones require action and which can simply be observed. This is why regular screenings, colon checks, lung scans for smokers, mammograms for women, prostate exams for men, remain critical even into the 80s. Early detection isn't just about finding disease, it's about giving you time and options. I once knew a man named Harold who discovered prostate cancer at 84. Instead of panic, his doctor recommended watchful waiting. Harold stayed active, ate clean, and visited for regular checkups. He passed away at 96, not from cancer, but from old age, surrounded by family. He used to say, "The doctor found the cancer, but I never let it find me." Cancer feeds on inflammation, poor diet, and inactivity. But the opposite is also true. It weakens when the body is oxygenated, nourished, and calm. Regular movement, even light walking, improves blood flow and strengthens the immune system's natural patrols. A diet rich in vegetables, berries, and healthy fats reduces oxidative stress, the process that fuels cancer's growth. Equally powerful is mindset. Fear and despair suppress the immune system, hope and laughter strengthen it. That may sound poetic, but research continues to prove that optimism and purpose extend survival for cancer patients of all ages. The lesson is simple: after 80, cancer doesn't have to be a death sentence. Awareness, balance, and calm vigilance can make all the difference. You can't always control what grows inside your body, but you can control the environment it grows in. Keep that environment peaceful, active, and nourished, and you'll give your body every chance to outlive the odds. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Among those over 80, Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia are responsible for a large portion of deaths and even more suffering. These conditions don't just weaken the mind, they slowly unravel the body. When the brain begins to lose its ability to control memory, movement, and judgment, everything from nutrition to immunity to balance declines. Over time, people stop eating enough, forget medication, or experience dangerous falls, all consequences of a fading mind rather than a failing body. What makes dementia so devastating is how quietly it begins. It often starts with small lapses, forgetting names, losing track of conversations, misplacing things. But underneath, nerve cells are already dying, and the brain is shrinking. By the time the symptoms become clear, years of subtle damage have already occurred. I once knew a retired teacher named Helen who lived to 94. In her 80s, she began to notice her memory slipping. Instead of ignoring it, she changed her lifestyle. She joined a reading group, took walks every morning, and kept a daily journal to train her recall. Her doctor said that mental activity doesn't stop dementia completely, but it slows it dramatically. By keeping her mind stimulated and her heart active, she preserved her independence for nearly another decade. Scientists now understand that Alzheimer's and dementia are deeply linked to cardiovascular health, inflammation, and lifestyle. The same things that protect the heart, exercise, a balanced diet, social connection, and quality sleep also protect the brain. Conversely, long periods of isolation, poor diet, or high stress accelerate cognitive decline. The brain thrives on stimulation, routine, and emotional warmth. Even after 80, the brain is not powerless. It can still form new connections and repair pathways through a process called neuroplasticity. Every time you learn something new, meet a friend, or recall an old memory, you're keeping those pathways alive. Regular movement increases blood flow to the brain, and laughter, music, and conversation release dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that guard against memory loss. Protecting the mind also means protecting the senses. Vision and hearing loss can isolate seniors, cutting them off from the stimulation the brain needs. Using hearing aids, reading regularly, and engaging in conversation can all slow the progression of decline. Alzheimer's doesn't just erase memory, it quietly steals the connection between a person and the world they love. But with care, curiosity, and daily mental exercise, it's possible to keep that connection alive far longer than most people think. The secret is to keep the mind in motion, to never stop learning, and to never let the world grow small. Final thoughts. Reaching 80 and beyond is a triumph in itself, but understanding what truly threatens life at this age is what gives you the power to keep living it well. Heart disease, lung problems, dementia, cancer, and infection. These 5 causes account for nearly all deaths past 80. Yet behind each of them lies something deeper: patterns of neglect, disconnection, and imbalance that can be changed, even late in life. What matters most now isn't fear, it's awareness. The body at 80 is like a seasoned instrument. It has weathered storms, carried burdens, and healed from wounds, but it still plays beautifully when treated with respect. Every decision you make, from the food you eat to the thoughts you allow, either strengthens or weakens that tune. I've met countless people in their 90s and even 100s who defied the odds. They didn't all have perfect genes or spotless health records. What they shared was rhythm, steady habits, calm hearts, a reason to wake up each morning. They kept moving, learning, laughing, and forgiving. They treated every sunrise as both a gift and a responsibility. The truth is, longevity is not a secret. It's a conversation between your body and your choices. Each breath, each walk, each quiet moment of gratitude extends that dialogue. The 5 great causes of death don't define the end. They define what you must protect most: your circulation, your breath, your mind, your balance, and your strength. So, if you've reached 80, take heart. You're already among the few. And if you start today with awareness, gratitude, and care, there's no reason you can't keep going for many more years. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you.